Hey everyone, I think we are live, and let me know if you guys can see and hear me okay. Today we have a couple special guests that are going to join us. I've got 4 newer tribe sisters that are joining us today, and I was chatting with them a little bit before we went live and just kind of hearing their stories, and I'm meeting them for the first time, via StreamYard. But we're getting to meet each other for the first time. And it's so fun to put faces with the names that I see in the group and their stories and their photos. So we were chatting a little bit before I jumped on live with you guys, and just kind of hearing how they found the social easel and how they came into painting. And so I'm really excited for you guys to meet them and hear their stories. So everything looking good for you guys. I'm going to bring them up on screen in just a second. I'm trying to do this on my phone. Let's do it from an iPad. That might be a little easier for me to see. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. And if you joined me last night for our palette knife pumpkins that we did. So if you didn't, this is what we did last night. And you can go catch, I'm turning this wrong, and you can go catch the replay. Either if you're in the Social Easel free group, you can go in there, or it's on the Social Easel page. Okay. So you can go back and see that entire replay and paint that with me whenever you want to. But I'm going to pull you guys up here and make sure everything is looking good. Give me just a second. I'm on the wrong page. Hey, Barb. Hey, Vita. Julie and Tammy. Welcome, Jackie. Yes, Jackie, we have Jen handles all my customer service emails, and she answers them all within 12 hours or so. So we have an inbox full. So she will be getting back to you with any questions that you do have. How many of you watching right now would consider yourself a newbie to painting? I'm curious to see where everyone is kind of at in their journey, because what we're going to talk about today, I don't have my sheet here. We're going to talk about being new in painting and how sometimes fear can stop us from moving forward, right? Because if we let fear get in our head, then we start overthinking things, and it almost builds this, like mounting anxiety, and we convince ourselves we can't do it. And I just want to see where you guys are at. And if you are not a newbie and you've moved past that, put in the comments what has helped you be able to move past that. It looks like a lot of you are newbies. Jenna said yes. Patricia's a newbie. Cynthia said, I'm a tribe sister, but still a newbie. Yeah, so here's the thing that I want to explain about tribe. So my tribe is open, and we only open twice a year. I'm not going to open the tribe again until late spring of 2021, and the price will be going up in the spring. So this is the last time you can lock in the $47 a month or $470 for the year. You lock in that rate as a tribe sister as long as you stay a current member. So what you get inside of tribe is 3 paintings per month with me, and then you also get a guest artist or speaker. In addition to that, Painting of the Month Club, which is my newer membership, is included with the Inner Tribe membership. So you technically get 4 paintings a month because Painting of the Month Club is included. We also have an amazing Facebook community of women. You're going to get to meet 4 of them today. I'm super excited to introduce them to you. And to me, this is the magic of what our tribe is because it is filled with these amazing women who are going to support you during this entire process. And if you have fear, they're going to help you move past that. And I'm going to have them share a little bit of how they got over their fear, how they came to painting, and how they were able to move past that. But one of the, I talked about it last night if you did join me, but one of the main things that people would advise new people coming into painting, I asked them to say, give one piece of advice to people who are new to painting and who might be scared. And the most common answer was to just do it. Like, you hear me say it all the time, action stops fear, because we get it out of our head and we just do it. And once we do it, that fear has been overcome. And fear is a liar. It is not of God, and he gives us strength, and he gives us his guidance and his hand, and he is right there with us. And I know that may sound silly to some of you for me to talk about that with painting, but it's a real thing. And for a lot of us, it's something new that we want to try and do, but we let fear stop us. And I have seen God open the doors for so many people in so many different ways through painting. So it's not just painting. It's therapy. It's therapeutic for you. It turns into a gift, not only to yourself, but those around you. And it just has this amazing ripple effect of what can happen when you choose to step forward in faith and try something that you may feel that nudge that you want to try. One of the things I love about our tribe community is we do Happy Mail. And we have a spot where women can get addresses from other women in the tribe, and they send each other Happy Mail. And it's so sweet. And they, make little pieces of art or a little card, and they're sending it. And that can change someone's day. You giving them that gift, a simple little gesture, can change someone's day. We all have so much stress going on in our lives. You have no idea what that person in your life may need, but that simple little gift of joy and love can make such a big difference. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. These ladies are going to tell you a little bit about their journey, and all of them are newbies. So if you're out there and you're thinking, man, I really, really want to do this, but I just don't think I can. These women are going to speak to that because they were thinking the same things that you might be thinking right now. So I am going to bring them on the screen and introduce them to you. So this is Lori and Kristen and Bryn and Pauline. And like I said, these are all newer tribe sisters. Pauline has probably been with me the longest. Pauline, when did you join tribe?
I think it was March. Okay. I think it was March of this year. Yeah, I just decided. I had done one of your other paintings in February, a Valentine gnome, and then I really liked it. And what I found, because I'd never worked with acrylics before, and I found the way you teach to be very simple for my brain to grasp direction. And so I was able to just follow along with you. And what I liked was the fact that I could go back to look at the video and do it on my own time and pause and rewind. And so, yeah, since March, and I am totally, I don't know what the word is, at peace with what I'm doing. I get so focused. If you could see my sunroom, I mean, it looked like an art studio. I have so many paints, and because of COVID, I was afraid I wouldn't have enough paint. So every time I'm out to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I'm storing things. I mean, pretty much it's my own store. You can order from me.
That's awesome. I know the paint is a little bit hard to find right now. So yeah, if you find some colors you like, grab them while you can.
Yes.
So what do you think, what was it that helped you be able to kind of get past that fear of thinking maybe it's not right for you? Or I know you had talked about, you did the Valentine's Gnome with me, which was a class that I had back in, well, it was February, right? Because Valentine's Day right in January. But you wanted to, try another class out and make sure it was what you wanted to do. And what do you feel has been different for you from doing that class versus being a part of the tribe and the tribe sister community?
Okay, so huge thing. Paintings, relaxing. Um, I'm actually able to just focus on that and let go of everything that is surrounding me, and especially once COVID hit. And I had a lot to deal with personally this summer, trying to sell a summer place. But my paintings traveled with me to the summer place. I painted, because we still had to social distance even at our summer place. Um, and the tribe, when I signed up, initially I thought, oh, I won't be able to afford this, but I enjoyed it so much just doing the first two paintings. One of them was the Winter Church Chapel that I found a way. I thought, you know what? This is worth me spending money on. I'm getting enjoyment out of it. And as I spent time with the tribe, once I signed up, I mean, I was recognizing more and more names, and I did my best to not compare myself with the other ladies in the tribe because some of them are really wonderful, artistic, and creative people. And I think what I have come to learn first is my painting has improved just since then. At least I personally think it has.
Mhm.
Other people tell me the same thing. And that's from all your teachings and how specific you are and how detailed you are in your teachings. I find it very simple to follow. When it comes to tribe, I don't want to cry. I
Aw.
just talked to my brother last Sunday, and I posted because I was doing the fall flowers the first night with you when I got the news right after that first class. And I kind of put a post out there in that room and not even thinking where it was. And these were all, well, I don't know if they were all, a lot of our tribe sisters, but there were a lot of people that did that painting. And as of yesterday, I had over 350 people that posted or liked or whatever in that group. I am just so touched by it because it has helped me tremendously this past week with just the uplifting of the tribe and then strangers that are hopefully now going to become tribe sisters with the rest of us. So the tribe has been a huge support for me emotionally, mentally, and I find I get a lot of encouragement if I ask a question. But I like the connection. It doesn't matter where people are. I've seen people from Australia, Texas, all around the country. I mean, we're all in the same place. We're all having the same um, inner fears or inner, I don't know if I can do this or whatever. Or, you compare yourself, you don't want to compare yourself. And you keep telling us that. Do not compare. And there's no perfection. I keep telling myself there's no perfection in life. But I'm still trying to learn from a lot of our tribe sisters as I continue in the tribe is how to use my own creativity and my own imagination of how to put some of the things that you're teaching together. It amazes me how people just will take 2 or 3 different classes that you've taught us and they put it all together in a little story on a painting. And I'm like, how did I do that? So I'm still there trying to learn that. But for me, it's been one humongous positive experience. And I'm happy to be here, part of Tribe.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. I know that was so hard with your brother last week. Yeah. And it was amazing to see the women reach out to you and respond and pray for you. And it really is a community that, I'm very protective of as well. And, we want to keep it that way to where it stays close-knit and positive. And I want it to always be a place where people can come for that love and encouragement. So I'm so happy that you're getting that.
It's awesome. It's just amazing. The support, and that was just a personal thing, and it just came out. I just put it out there. I don't know why, but I did. But I don't have regrets about doing it. But at the same time, it's like the tribe is a humongous place, especially with COVID, and everybody's dealing with something differently. And I'm sure other people in our group or even those that are considering signing in are going through a lot of personal struggles as well. And I have to say, being part of Tribe for me is, I love the way you speak about God and Jesus. It's very uplifting and it's encouraging because really, if you go there, it's very easy to find some negativity. We can all find something negative to gripe about or whatever. But the big focus I find in your group is the positivity all the way around, all the way around.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And we're so glad to have you in there. Lori, I am going to kind of have you introduce yourself next and tell them how you came to painting with me and your journey so far.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here this morning. I live in Redmond, Oregon, right smack in the middle of the state, surrounded by absolutely gorgeous landscapes everywhere you turn and look. And I started painting, I would say I took my first class maybe 15 years ago, and it was a watercolor class. And the teacher was very unsupportive in the sense that, she insisted you had to be able to draw, and she insisted that you had to be able to, do the color washes properly. And so while I didn't necessarily enjoy and thrive in that class, I did find out that if I tuned her out and I just played with color, it was the most relaxing thing I had found in years. I had the high-powered corporate job, and it was the one thing I found that I could just tune everything out and literally feel my body relax. And then I kind of walked away from it for many years because, it's time consuming, you trying to get better at it, things like that. And then two girlfriends and I went to Mexico for a week in Mazatlan, and we just were wandering down the street and looked over to a little covered plaza, and there was a guy in there holding a painting class for what obviously looked like a bunch of expat Americans who live part-time in Mazatlan. We just sat there and watched them for the longest time and really enjoyed how Tikio was talking and helping and everything. And so when he was done with that class, we just walked up and asked him if we could have private lessons for the balance of the week. And he said, sure. And so, we, over the course of this week, we produced these oil paintings and we were all just amazed. And so I kind of came home, that was about 4 years ago. And I came home and just started to dabble. First thing I found was it was an incredibly affordable hobby to have. You walk into Michael's and everything's 50% off. You start grabbing stuff. And the one thing I wish I had learned much, much more earlier was about the mixed media pads. Nobody had ever mentioned that to me before. And so I'm buying canvases right and left, and we have a whole bookcase full of canvases. And
yeah.
And now that gives you, when you talk about fear, that mixed media pad gives you absolutely an open door to just start dabbling, because you're not painting on a canvas. You're not, you haven't kind of said, this is going to be a thing. You're just playing, and so I've really enjoyed that. So I kind of set up shop on the dining room table, and I found easy things to paint. I still can't draw. I have a tremor in my hand, but I found graph paper. And so my husband's like, why are you ordering graph paper? And I'm like, well, that way I can trace onto the canvas. And so I I started with something simple. Can you see that?
Yes.
I painted this picture 100 times. It was easy. I could play with color. I could play with backgrounds. I could play with palette knives. I totally would just relax doing this. And so we have like 50 of these. And now I'm to the point where, one of the things that attracted me to your group, Christie, was this kind of very upfront. I found the group with the Three Trees class in September, and a couple of things immediately caught my attention in that was, number one, how you started out with the dark colors. I never would have conceived of that
Right.
you don't start out with the light green and then figure out how to make the dark tones. And so I really enjoyed those 3 classes. And one of the things I really enjoyed was how you talked about this as a business. You know, you run a business, and it's a creative business, and one that you can work around your family and things like that. And that you were always talking to the women, the group, as if you want to sell your pictures, fine. And then and you talked about the checklist and the business development plan. Well, we're about a year and a half out of retirement, and I would like to be able to sell my paintings.
Yeah.
And I also don't have a lot of ego about it. My husband, so my point was that we're going to have a craft fair in a little town next door to me in November. And I said, it's $20 to have a table at this craft fair.
Yeah.
And I've got my wall full of pictures. So yesterday I actually sorted them out of, okay, maybe, and then needs to be worked on, and then no, needs to be repurposed. And so I was talking about it last night with my husband, and very sweet. He's like, well, what if you don't sell anything? What are you going to feel like? And I said, I don't think I'll be upset. I do this for me. If there's a way, I don't need 50 pictures of a sunflower. If somebody comes along and says, oh, I really like that sunflower, how much? $25. It's $25 I didn't have before.
Right.
And so that was one of the things that caught my interest was, because I enjoy doing this so much, what's the next step in terms of creating a platform for myself to just be able to recoup, if not make a living at it.
Right.
So, but I go back to the fear factor is, I have found a creative outlet that just completely engages and relaxes me. And there's no amount of money that you can pay for that. I've really enjoyed your teaching style in terms of like bringing the dark in first. I did the funky flowers. And when you said, okay, and now we're going to paint white on the black. And I was like, oh, heck, we're not. No, we're not. And I didn't do it for a couple of days. I just thought, oh God, I'm going to ruin all my thing. And then when I finally did it, I loved it. And then when I traced in with my paintbrush, and made all the squiggles, I thought, oh, now I bet next we're going to use a palette knife on these. And this would look really cool.
So yeah, that's awesome. And I love that, you brought that up, a few things, but even the black background. And I think, sometimes we look at art and you think you might understand like how that artist, did what they did. But when you do learn to paint with me, I break everything down step by step. So you don't have to know anything coming into this. And you will hear me say it all the time, is trust the process. And I really had to really, nail that in on the Fall Flowers Challenge. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's, and Kristen has her version in the background there. But we did this Fall Flowers Challenge. And what you probably can't tell from this is that we painted this entire canvas black before we even started on this. And there were so many women in the group like, wait, what are we doing? Why are we painting this black? But that's how we get that cool looking style that the Funky Fall Flowers is. So it's a lot of fun. And, teaching you, new techniques and new things that you didn't know before that you can apply to your art. And I'm super excited for you to start with the craft shows and stuff too. And, I want to explain, like, for you guys that are looking at this and maybe thinking about joining. So the rights to my paintings, here's kind of what you can and can't do with them. You can sell anything you create inside of my tribe. You can set up an Etsy store. You can do craft shows, a craft booth, all those things. You can sell them online to your friends through Facebook. And I know Pauline had mentioned this too, but there are several women in the group who are selling their paintings, and it's paying for their membership. So your membership's paid for, and you're getting all of the bonus goodies of continuing to learn in this amazing community. And then hopefully, you know, making some money after that. And so we kind of, we have a success path that this is kind of the beginning, like the newbies, but where I can kind of show you what the next level is. If you're wanting to do what like Lori's talking about doing, and where she can eventually, you know, use this as extra money in retirement for her, trying to get, you know, through that point to that process, and then to the trainings that you need to help you get your business going too. So we, like I said, you know, it's all levels. We have women in there who are already building a business with it. And then we have people like this who are just starting out. So I think it's just a good place for everyone. And, you know, you guys can probably speak to this too. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you other ladies. And we have Tracy. Tracy, I'm going to add you on here as well. Oh, Tracy, I think I need you to unmute yourself. It's telling me. There you go. But it's, you know, no matter what level you are, and we talked about comparison, and, you know, comparison is the thief of joy. I don't want you guys comparing yourselves to other tribe sisters, but I do think it's inspiring for you to be in a group of women at all different levels, so you can see what is possible. The more you paint, what it can turn into. And, you know, I'm a big dreamer. I think you guys know that. I dream big, I paint big. But I think, you know, everything is limitless. We have no idea what God has in store for us. And I've seen so many women come into this group and start where you guys are at, and they had no idea how painting would change their life, how it would become a business. Linda Stewart, who's been with me for over a year, we're going to hear from her later this week. She ended up turning it into a kids painting business in her hometown. And that was like totally off the grid. Like that was not her intention, her plan, or anything at all when she joined Tribe. So there's just so many fun possibilities of what you guys can do. Real quick, for those of you watching, the link to join the tribe, by the way, is in the title of the live. So for those of you asking where the link is, it's up in the title. You can click on it now, or you can wait until we're over. But Lori was talking about a mixed media pad. By the way, this is the beginning of my owl. I told you guys we're going to be painting an owl all week. You can't see his eyes yet, but I think I'm going to do this really cute fall owl. Okay, he's going to have this cute little hat and scarf. So this is what a mixed media pad is for. It's like a sketch pad where you can do little doodles and practice your brush strokes. But that was what Lori was saying that helped her kind of get past that fear. There's something about a blank canvas that can totally freak us out, right? But when you're painting in a mixed media pad, it's like, who cares if you mess up? If it really makes you mad and you don't want to look at it anymore, rip that page out of your book and throw it away. Or just flip the page and keep going. And, you know, I was telling the women who did the fall flowers with me, before we even start the painting, I want you to get your mixed media pad, or if you don't have one, get some paper, cardboard, whatever you have laying around, and practice your brush strokes before you go straight to the painting, because it's going to build your confidence. And, you know, we're talking all about fear. And sometimes it's that. Am I going to do the brush stroke right? Is mine going to look the way Christie's does? So that's why it's so important for you to have a mixed media pad and practice and do those brush strokes, because the more you do that, the more confidence it's going to build in you. And then that fear is going to start dissipating. So Kristen, I'm going to switch it over to you and let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey so far.
Yeah, so I am a neonatal ICU nurse. You know, so a highly stressful job. And so my craft room is my safe place, or it's my happy place and my safe place. If my husband's being a jerk, it's my safe place. If I'm stressed from work, it's my happy place. So doing stuff for me, crafting is big, and I have lots of stuff, but I don't paint well. In fact, have you ever done those, you know, where you look at that picture, everybody's supposed to see, if you're right brained, you see one color, if you're left brained, you see the other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always see the other, and it like upsets me because I'm very artistic, but I can't draw a straight line. You know, my lines are never really straight, things like that. And I have a friend who paints really, really well. And I've always wished that I could paint like that. And I just don't have that skill in me, as I thought. And I can do everything else, but painting is not it. So this class, which was the fall funky flower class, was $10, no big deal. How fun. And then it turned out to be this massive instruction that really gave me a lot of technique to be able to do something. Like, my painting isn't done. I went on vacation for our anniversary, so it's not done. But
it's looking really good, though.
I know. I'm like, boy, I just made that. So that's like, boy, with a little $10 class, how simple is that? But it made me realize, that would add so much to the crafting that I do. And what I do, I do glitter tumblers, and like, I had to use a water slide, which is like a decal, to get this flower. I'm like, I can paint that flower, but mine don't look good when I try. So that's the point, is I want to be able to use painting in the other media of things that I do, that I now feel like I can get those techniques down by having joined the tribe, all from that funky fall flower.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm glad that, like you said, you proved yourself wrong with that, right? Like, now you know that you can, and that's just the beginning. That's one class. So just imagine what it'll be like in a few months from now. Yeah. And then and I can't wait to see them. I want to see more of your tumblers, but I can't wait to see how you incorporate that in to your business. And I think, that's just going to set you apart even more, because they're going to be originals. They're going to be unique to you, and different from what other people can get out there.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't sell, like, I call it my retirement plan. I just do friends and family, but, I do have, aspirations to do something more in a business as time goes on. So that will be fun.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I do want to answer a couple questions really quick from some of the ladies in the comments. So I can't on here, it's not letting me reply back on the keyboard. So I'm just going to answer your questions live. Jackie was asking, wondering the difference between the live that she participated in last night and tribe instruction. She needs more step-by-step than what she got last evening. Is it a little bit more when you join the membership? So I am going to let the ladies answer that for you after I give you a quick yes, for sure. So when I'm teaching live on the public page, that is a lot different from when I teach inside the inner tribe. So again, the inner tribe is my VIP membership. This is where the ladies get all of me detailed instruction step-by-step on how to do everything with the aerial view. And of course, then they can go back to those videos at any time. So I'm going to unmute you guys all and kind of let you speak to that as far as how you see the instruction different inside of the group. And Tracy, I'll start with you, and then we'll just kind of go around from there.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely different. I was along last night too, for the pumpkins, and I just kind of had to put mine aside. I'll catch up because I'm not as fast. But instructions for the fall flowers were just spot on. I would watch you live, go back that evening and rewatch it and polish it. And so I was able to make a beautiful painting that, like Kristen, is like, I wanted to do it, but I never really had any questions. And so it was just nice having somebody walk me through. My children are both artists, and my daughters tried to help me before. She's like, "Oh, come on, Mom." But it was just, the classes are great, and the step-by-step, I mean, I can't wait to do more.
Awesome. Bren, what about you? What do you think about as far as the step-by-step instruction that you get inside of the tribe membership?
Well, for me, I can't paint and watch you at the same time. I have to watch you all the way through, and then I go back to the video and I watch a little bit, and then I paint, and watch a little bit, and I paint. And you are so precise in everything that you tell us to do that I have no problem doing it. And if I do, I get my sketch pad out and I practice, just like you say. The instructions are amazing because I am not a painter and never have been.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad. It's not awesome that you've never been a painter, but it's awesome that that you are learning that you can be. Kristen, I'm going to unmute you really quick. I think you're probably going to mimic similar to what they said. I don't know if you've gotten to do any since joining Tribe or if it was just the fall flowers.
Well, no, I've watched a couple of videos, but I was on vacation, so I was watching in the car while we drove. So, I haven't been able to do anything more yet. And I think obviously the live last night, you're much more limited on time, and
Right.
you have to get your painting done. So, I watched that last night. Also, wasn't able to paint at the same time, but definitely the instructions were great because you have to go beyond what you think is okay. Like, how do I leave black around these, how do I leave black around this and have it look okay? That's weird. So, doing that with you insisting it's okay, it's going to be okay, it's going to look great, helps you get beyond that idea that you have about what something should look like or how to do it. So, yeah, everything you told us totally panned out. So
yeah, that's awesome. And I do want to say, and I even say this inside of my tribe. I'm going to mute you guys really quick just so I don't have any background noise here. When I teach inside of Tribe, and I will say this, even when you're watching live with me, when I am live on the public pages like this, I'm usually talking to you guys about something. So like I'm trying to tell you about Tribe and I'm trying to answer questions and I'm trying to paint all at the same time. When I'm inside Tribe, that's not I'm not trying to multitask. So I am talking to the ladies because I always talk to you guys while I'm painting, but it's more like conversational. We're just hanging out and talking to each other while giving you that instruction. But what I was going to say is I always tell the ladies, my personal recommendation is for you to actually watch me first and then go back and watch the replay and paint after, for a couple different reasons. One, I do paint fast and I don't want you trying to keep up at my speed. I paint fast, one, just because I do, but I also want to get through it so that you guys can get through to the finished product, because I know you can go back and pause it and slow it down and rewind and do all the things you need to do, right? But I don't want you to try to paint at my speed. I have been painting for, how old am I? I've been painting since I was like 5. I've been painting for 35 years. So I'm a little more used to it. I paint it, and that's just how I paint in general, is kind of at a fast pace. But I don't want people trying to keep up with me or think they have to paint the same speed as me by any means. So one of the best things about the videos inside of Tribe is that you can go back to them whenever you want to. And someone else was mentioning having a busy schedule and she wasn't sure if she would be able to balance, Tribe and painting and, keep up with her life. Girl, I understand. So if you guys don't know this about me, I have 3 daughters, 16, 13, and 9. We are insanely busy. We have 2 volleyball games tonight, which is why I'm teaching later at 4 p.m. instead of in the evening. But we are super busy. But you can set aside, and this is what I encourage you, look at your week and schedule it in. Like, when are you going to allow that time for yourself? When are you going to take a break to pour back into you and do something for you? Because listen, when you do that, it actually helps everyone around you. Because when you pour into yourself and you take that time to decompress and, have those, basically, for me, they're like mini therapy sessions to get to sit down and paint for a little bit. But think about what that does for you and then how that changes your demeanor towards the other people in your life. When you do something calming for yourself, and then that translates to the people that you're surrounded by. So I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I just wanted to, just kind of say, don't worry about keeping up. I tease, there's no way to keep up in the group unless you have nothing else to do other than sit down and paint, because the membership is 2.5 years old, which means you have 2.5 years worth of content in there. Okay. There's no way you can get through that all. And my recommendation for women when they come in, there's two ways that I see a lot of people do it. You either come in and you jump right in and you're just browsing all those paintings you can choose from and just pick one that looks fun to you. Every single painting I have in there is meant for all levels. So whether you're a beginner or you're, have your own business, all of them, you can pick any painting and be able to paint it step by step with the tutorials that I give you. And then some women like to just come straight into the Facebook group, which you want to be in there too. That's where our community is. And they just start following the new lives that I do each week. But you have all of this at your fingertips, plus technique videos and live Q&As. So you can take it all at your own pace. And anytime you want to log into your membership hub and just start browsing around, it's there for you. So it's definitely on your own schedule. Brent, I haven't got to kind of let you share. We had a quick little answer to that question, but I just wanted to let you kind of share your journey with painting so far up to this point.
Well, I kind of found you through another artist. I told you I was doing a mixed media thing and you were a guest. And I did your painting and it turned out not bad. And I thought, well, this must be, I must try another. But I joined your group pretty fast because I realized you were speaking the painting language that I needed, because I'm not a painter. I've never been a painter. I've tried and I suck. But with you, it just happens. And I think the thing that really put me over the edge, that made me decide to go ahead and trust and join, was that you said to do it on the mixed media pad. So I didn't even buy canvases. I just bought the mixed media pad. Nothing else, I can pitch it if I don't like it. I liked it. And the first two paintings that I did were on the mixed media pad. And finally I did the funky flowers on an actual canvas and I loved it. But it was about trusting, not just trusting myself, but trusting you. And you have been amazing. I mean, just amazing. I love your energy. I love how that you stop and you'll show us, this is what you do with your hand, or, this is what I'm doing, because that's what I need for my brain. I need to know exactly how you're making that motion with your hand. This has been a short journey for me so far, but I love it. And I am in love with everything that you do.
Oh.
I recommend it to anybody who wants to paint.
Thank you so much. We are so happy to have you. I can't wait to see what you're going to start doing.
Not on mixed media.
Yeah, but I think it's so, I love that you said that, because it's so important to just start there and not have the fear, because like you said, you can just toss it. If you don't want to look at it and you're mad that it looks like that, then you can toss it or burn it or whatever you want to, or you can paint right over top of it. But I think that definitely. Do what?
I haven't tossed anything yet.
That's awesome. Let me scroll down here. Sorry, Tracy, I'm trying to, there we go. My screen wasn't letting me roll down. I wanted to unmute you. So Tracy came in a little bit later and I wanted her to get to introduce herself. And so she's another newbie into the tribe. And I just wanted you to share a little bit, like, how did you find the social easel or painting in general? Like, how did this all come about for you?
Okay, well, like Bren, I was participating in another art project. I'm a recent empty nester. My baby girl left and went to college, and so she's not here anymore. I was very worried about being sad and not having something at night. My husband travels a lot, so there are weeks that I'm home all week alone. And so I was really very concerned that I would be really sad. But I'm not. I know the Lord has given peace about the situation and being at home. And anyway, I just thought, I'm going to take a painting class. I saw the other painting class on Facebook, and I'm like, it was $10 also, and I'm like, I'm gonna try this. And she was very sweet. I enjoyed doing her class as well. I did discover that I'm not a mixed media fan, but that's okay. And so, you know how Facebook works, and it just kind of, it pops you up on there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here's some flowers. I love flowers, so it's $10. I'm going to try this. I don't have anything to lose. My husband said it's just a dinner out. Just do it, you know.
Right.
So I did, and I just the process. And you kept telling us just trust the process. And so I would try to mix my own colors, and some of I wasted a little bit of paint, but that's okay. But in the end, I love my painting. I've already hung it up in my house. And
Yay.
both my children were so supportive, and so were my husband. You know, my daughter was like, "Go, Mama, go!"
I love it.
She was so proud of me. And just this past weekend, well, this past Thursday night, she came home for the night. She needed to wash her clothes, we sat and painted together, and she was working on something else, and she just whipped it out, you know. But I was over there finishing my fall flowers, and I don't know, I was just like, I really, really enjoyed it. I do like the step-by-step process, because I'm not there yet as far as like trying to create something or pick out the colors. I'm all about, you can do that for me, and I'll follow it. I'm a rule follower, and I like for people to just, you know, just show me. I can do it if you show me.
Right, right.
So anyway,
well, that's so awesome.
And I love your devotions. I was very happy that you share your faith, because I think that's very bold, and I appreciate you doing that and stepping out for Christ.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And now I'm going to start crying. I'm going to be in your place in about 1.5 years from now when my oldest goes away. And I'm already freaking out about that. I won't be an empty nester. She'll be my first one to leave. But I know what you mean about, being sad. Like, just the thought of it, obviously, I can't even think about it. But I'm glad that, painting has been able to, 2 things that you shared. One, just kind of, help keep you upbeat during that time and being alone. But I think it is so special that when she did come back home, that you guys did it together, and it gave you a new shared interest and, a new way to, have a shared experience with her.
It was a lot of fun. We sat there, and I'll text you the picture that she painted the other night in, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes.
Right. That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. I appreciate you being here today. And I'm going to go ahead and take you guys off the screen. And then for those of you who have, I'm going to wipe this away. For those of you guys that have asked some questions, I'm going to try to go back through those. So give me just a second here. Thank you, ladies, again. All right. So I know I missed questions. I did not want to interrupt them while they were sharing. So I'm going to go back through here and try to answer any that I did miss. If you have any additional questions, tomorrow, hold on, I just want to make sure I'm telling you the right time. Tomorrow on Tuesday at 11 a.m., I'm going to be back on here, and we're going to do a behind the scenes and a live Q&A. So if you have questions for me that I don't get answered today, you can come back tomorrow and ask me those questions then. And I'm going to kind of give you a virtual tour of inside the tribe membership, so you can see a little bit more of what it's all about. And you're going to hear from some more tribe sisters. And then just to let you know what's going on this afternoon, I told you you're going to see a lot of me this week. At 1, I'm going to be back on. So I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to come back at 1 and do a little painting with you guys, something Christmassy and fun. And then at 4 p.m., we're going to do, this is going to be a part of a series that I do this entire week. We're going to do a little owl, and I'm sketching him right now. He's not done yet. But this is the beginning of him. He's pretty cute so far, don't you think? So we're going to do a little owl tonight, and each day, we're going to paint that same design a little differently. And it's going to kind of walk you through the different levels that we have inside of Tribe. So kind of talking about like what Tracy said, where, you know, she's like, I just want you to tell me, here's what you do. This is the brush you use, step by step. Here's how that is. So like that's going to be tonight. It's going to be very, very beginner, basic level with the owl. Tomorrow night, I'm going to show you how to add a background and shading to the owl, and maybe a little bit of color mixing. Then Wednesday, we're going to do the owl in a palette knife, and I'm going to show you all. You're actually going to get 2 versions on Wednesday night. And you're going to learn a palette knife version. And then we're also going to do an acrylic/watercolor version. If you haven't seen me do that, basically I take acrylics and I water them down and I treat them like watercolors. It's a really fun technique that I kind of discovered a few months ago and fell in love with it. And I love using them like watercolors. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then on Thursday, we are going to do a mixed media version of the owl. And some of you guys may have seen my scarecrow that we did this month in Tribe. He's like a mixed media scarecrow. He's so cute. I call him Tom because I think he looks like Tom Petty. He's got Tom Petty hair coming out of his hat. But we're going to do a mixed media version of our owl like that. So that is what's coming up this week. Today, that's going to be at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? Because the girls have volleyball games tonight, and can you see the Chiefs? The Chiefs are playing tonight, so I'm not going to be painting tonight. I'm going to be watching the Chiefs game. If you don't know that, I'm a huge Chiefs fan. We're right outside of Kansas City, so go Chiefs. That's going to be tonight. I'm taking the night off, but I'm going to be painting with you guys all day prior to that. So 1 and 4 p.m., I'll be back on here. We're doing a Christmassy painting, and then we're going to do our fall owl. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, those evening classes are going to be at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this day's a little bit different because of our schedule. And then that's kind of where it is. Do you guys have, hey, Miss Marissa, did I miss any questions? I'm in Springfield, so we're just a little over 2 hours away. And we get to go to our this season. Well, my first time getting to see Mahomes, because we went to a Chiefs game last year to see the Packers play, and Mahomes got hurt 2 weeks before that. I didn't get to see him. So we finally get to go see Mahomes play. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's happening on Sunday. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Welcome, Cheryl. Cheryl said she just joined. She's so excited. Becky's joined. Carol says she needs the step-by-step. We will get it for you. Hey, Miss Sam. She has been a Tribe sister since March. Great therapy for me as I recover from damage caused by a stroke. I painted for a few years before the stroke, but gave it up until I found Tribe. Oh, I'm so glad that you are painting again and that is helping you through that. I love that. Letitia said, what's the last day to join? It is Thursday, October 1st at midnight is going to be the last day that we were open, and we don't open the doors again until late spring of 2021. So I'm just going to give a quick overview again, in case you missed it. Thank you, Christie, for posting that. Very much. Awesome, Martha. We look forward to having you. So quick overview of what Tribe is. If you came in late, and you can go back and again watch this replay as soon as it's over, and then join me again at 1 and 4 if you have more questions. But the Inner Tribe is 3 paintings per month with me. These are my originals. And then you have a guest artist or speaker each month in addition to that. And I'm having to change my wording here. I'm so used to saying 3 paintings a month, but a new perk to being a tribe sister is that you also get the Painting of the Month Club, which is my second membership, included in yours. So you're getting 2 memberships for the price of 1. The Painting of the Month Club, for those of you guys who aren't familiar, is open year round. So you can join that anytime you want to. It's $20 a month. These are exclusive paintings that are just for that membership. But as a tribe sister, you get that included in your membership. So for $47 a month, you get the 3 paintings per month with me in the group. You get a guest artist or speaker, and you get the Painting of the Month Club painting. So that is your monthly content delivered every month for $47. Or you can do the yearly plan, which is a 1-year contract for $470, and that gets you 2 months for free. In addition to the monthly content, you have our Tribe Sister community, which you are just getting to see a little bit of what that's like today with these ladies. I can't say enough about them, and they're the reason Tribe is what it is. It's because of them and the love and support that they give in there. So you get to be a part of this community where you're not going to feel like you're doing this alone. There are a lot of ways you can learn to paint online. You can look up free videos. I have free videos. You can go to my YouTube channel and just look up the Social Easel on YouTube. You can find lots of things there. But I will tell you, it makes a world of difference to do it with a community than it is to do it alone. So I encourage you, if that's something that you feel like you need in your life and that would be encouraging to you, I highly recommend it because these ladies are amazing. So you get our community, and then you also get, we have a new website that we just created this year, which houses our entire membership of the last 2.5 years of my tribe content. So that includes over 75 tutorials, 16 live Q&As. I don't have all the numbers, some troubleshooting technique videos, bonus templates, bonus videos from some of my other creative friends are included in there as well. So you get all of that for the one price of $47 a month or $470 for the year. For monthly, you can cancel at any time. You're not locked in to a certain time period. However, if you do cancel, you won't be able to join until we open doors again at the next time, which will be at the higher rate. So by joining now, you do lock in that lower rate. Marissa said community is life-changing. It absolutely is. So Marissa is in, I have my own community of business friends too, and she's in a mastermind with me with Damon Oates. And, we all need people, right? I constantly say you are who you surround yourself with. Be wise about that. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they positive influences? Are they building you up or tearing you down? Surround yourself by people who are constantly building you up. And Marissa is one of those people for me. Sarah Williams, who was on here earlier, you guys probably know her from Framed. Same thing. I have this amazing group of women that are my support system, and the Tribe Sisters are going to be your support system on your painting journey. Loana, am I saying your name right? Sorry if I'm not. If I join, I'm going to pull this up real quick. If I join the Painting of the Month Club, can I join Tribe later? I won't have as much time to paint until after the holidays. About 1 painting a month is all I can handle right now. So we don't, like, the tribe membership is I only open the doors to it a few times a year. We may do a private opening for Painting of the Month Club members. I just I don't know for sure at this point right now when we're going to offer that again. So for right now, it's the last day to join is October 1st. But, if Painting of the Month Club is what you can do right now, I would say start with that. And I mean, chances are we will do a opening for private Painting of the Month Club members. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Yes, Dawn, Tribe will be open this Wednesday. So again, October 1st is the last day to join. Hey, Miss Elizabeth. Loving this community. She's one of our Tribe sisters too. So that is all I've got for you guys today. They're seeing lots of, okay, yes, Jennifer, the kids membership. Sorry, I did miss this earlier. People are asking about my kids' paintings. So those are not included in Tribe. My kids' stuff is extra. But here is the other bonus of being, see, I forget all this stuff. Why don't I have a list in front of me? That'd be a little too organized for me. You get discounts and bonuses as being a Tribe sister. So any $10 challenge I do, anything like that, Tribe sisters get that for free automatically. Anything I do outside, if like I did a special boot camp, or if I did, the kids camps, anything like that, you get a 50% discount as a Tribe sister. And those discounts are inside our Tribe group. So when you check out, you get those things for 50% off instead of paying full price. So they are not included, but you do get a special discount on them. Christina said she would love to join. She's in the UK. Is that a problem? Not at all. So this is really fun for me. We have had, if you are a Tribe sister, you can comment this really quick. Where are you from? But no, we actually have some other women in the UK. We have several from Australia. I didn't even know this until a couple of nights ago, but we have at least two. I saw 2 Tribe sisters are in Mexico. We have some in Canada. Like, this is so crazy. You guys are all over the place. And it's so exciting for me to see where everyone is from. And again, you may not catch my lives live because we're all in different time zones, right? But you can go back to them whenever you want to. So again, it's on your schedule. Deborah was asking, this is a good question because other people have had this too. She joined Tribe monthly after doing Funky Flowers. Is it possible to change to yearly? Should I contact admin? So yes, if you join monthly and then you decide, I love this and I know I want to commit a year to it and get those 2 months for free, you can switch. You just email Christie at thesocialeasel.com and Jen will get you taken care of. It will start, you'll go ahead and pay your monthly this month. Like if you just signed up, you'll pay that $47 and then she will set you up to switch to yearly for the next month. And then you'll have a year from that date with your 2 months for free. Yes, art is international. I love it. Love, love, love. Awesome. Jackie is joining us today. I'll give you an early welcome. We look forward to having you in there. And really quick, for those of you that are joining, I just want to explain how this works. So once you sign up, you'll see a thank you page. You'll know that it went through because it'll take you to a thank you page. It'll have a link to join and request to be in our Inner Tribe Facebook group. This is our private community. That is not an immediate ad. Okay, so what I mean by that is just because you request and you paid doesn't mean it's immediately going to add you into the group. We have a lot of people request to be in that group who haven't joined. So we have to manually go in and verify each payment and then we approve you. So that happens a couple times a day. So I've got Jen working on that as well as my daughter Kylie is now working for me and she's working on approving people as well. So you will get in there. Don't worry. You don't have to send us a message. You didn't do anything wrong. You just have to wait for us to get to you and get you approved in that group. Dawn is asking, can you have online paint parties? Not with my designs. So you are allowed to use my designs for local in-person paint classes. You are allowed to use my designs to sell your paintings that you finish on Etsy, online, craft shows, booths, all the things. You cannot teach them online. You cannot do online paint kits or any of that. What I do inside of the tribe, for those of you that are at that level and you have a paint party business online, we have a new series inside the tribe called Learn the Process. And it's part of those 3 paintings that you get per month with me. And this is where I take you behind the scenes and I show you how I take an idea to completion. So an idea in my head to a sketch like you saw in my owl to a completed painting. And I walk you through the process. This month we did that with our mixed media scarecrow. Last month I taught Tribe how to make their own fall still life. Like literally it was a 3-part video series of me setting up a still life in the home, taking the photo of the still life, transferring that to canvas, turning it into a painting. So my goal for you guys is to make you better artists. If you are at that level and you are teaching paint parties, I want to help you become even better at your skill. Because here's my belief. I have been an artist for, like I said, 35 years. I don't think you ever quit growing. You are constantly learning. You're learning new techniques. You're learning from different artists that end up influencing you. And all of that incorporates into your work. And I help show you how to piece that together so you can start, having your own originals in your paint party business, which are just going to set you apart from others. So hopefully that answers your question. Beverly said, do you have templates? It depends on the painting. Some do, some don't. Yes, Marissa. Yeah, anything you finish, any painting you finish, you can absolutely sell that on Etsy. We've got a few women in the store who have built really cool Etsy stores. They've even started putting their paintings on pillows and blankets and canvas prints. So they're your pieces of art. So you can sell those. Yeah, Christie, so I think I just addressed your question. Yeah, I know there are not local paint parties everywhere, but for a lot of women there are, and they can use my designs for that. If you can only do online, then if you want to learn more and learn how to create your own art, that would be how Tribe would help you. But it would not be to use my designs specifically. Doris said, hardest part of Tribe, figuring out the different time zones. So yeah, I get that question a lot. Download a time zone chart. I don't know, Google it. You can help figure that out. I don't know how many hours apart we are and all the different things. So, okay, that's it. If you guys have more questions, join me back again later, 1 and 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be here again today, and then you'll see me tomorrow at 11 and 8:30. I think I said 8 earlier, but it's 8:30. Okay. We have more volleyball tomorrow too. I got to do it after the girls game. So that's all I got for you right now. And I will see you guys in about an hour. Bye-bye.